Hi, this is Darla. In our last video, we talked about designing your business around your magic. And I want to build on that today and speak a little bit about what gets in the way of designing your business around your magic. And remember, your magic is the way source works through you to create transformation in the world. And this is often a way your intuition works, a way you get messages, a way you get information, the way you know how to move energy or transform something that's getting in the way of your clients getting the result that you see for them. Meaning, in my last video, I talked about the dental business owners who, what Kristen saw for them was happiness and joy and fulfillment, not just money, right? So your magic allows you to hold space for and facilitate this transformation or this breakthrough, this shift in energy. And we want to design your business around that. And yet there's a couple reasons that people don't do this. And we talked about, there's all of the traditional thinking out there or the way we're taught to downplay these skills, which is a piece of it. But there's two specific things that I find that business owners need support with in order to own their magic and really spotlight it in the way they work. So one is, they both stem from this idea that this magic isn't important. And one is, we think that it's not a big deal because owning our magic is so subtle. So for some of you, the shift from what you're already doing in your business and being fully in a place of spotlighting your true gifts is so subtle. It feels almost like not worth doing. It's like a 10-degree shift to the right, and it will change everything. But what we think that transforming our business and getting different results, that it has to be hard, it has to be more complicated, it has to be a big deal. We have to blow everything up and start over. And yet for most people who have an established business that's working, it's like a subtle shift that makes a profound difference in how you show up and how potent your work is with your clients. And because it's so subtle, a lot of times we diminish it or we think, it's not that important. For example, let's say your gifting has to do with sensing or feeling what your clients are feeling. This is something that happens for me, where I will feel physically in my body what is going on with the energy patterns in my client's body. This is one of the gifts I bring to my work. So I kind of knew that. I figured it out after years and years of leading retreats and having these strange physical things happen. I finally understood that I was picking up on other people's things, and I started to get that this was a part of my gifting. So that was a pretty big awareness, right? So I knew this, but to own it even more, two things happened. I shifted my business model to do these sessions that I call VIP love journeys. It's my session that I do to restore self-love and self-trust to my clients. But it's a physical session where I move energy. And in order to be really great at this and really trusting of this gift that I have, one of the things I needed to do was spend more time feeling my own body and my own energy field. Does that make sense? For me to really trust and know what's mine and what someone else's, I need to practice knowing what's mine, right? And so this felt like a small thing, like, oh yeah, I should, feel my body, right? Like, yeah, that's not gonna make that big of a difference. Yet I put into practices to be in tune with my body, to clear my chakras, to listen to what my body was telling me about me and my own message. And you would Well, I don't know your spiritual gifting. This might be part of it. Maybe you wouldn't be surprised. But I would know through my body, I can know what I need to do in my business. And it's very nuanced work that required some deep listening and consistent practice. And I wanted to dismiss it, right? My ego said, there's no gold down that tunnel, right? You gotta do more practical things. You gotta do more marketing. You should, I don't know, do a TED Talk or something like that, right? As opposed to this subtle work of honing my spiritual gift so I could use it and design my business around it. That felt like that's not going to be valuable. So I want you to ask yourself, is there a place where you know your gift could be more potent if you invested and doubled down in that gift, as opposed to diminishing the value of it and thinking that there's more value in doing something else or learning something else, practicing something else? So just tune in and check in with that. The second thing that happens for people is they have an energy block to using their gift. Okay, I'm just going to call it a block. I don't really believe it's a block. It's a stored pattern that we can transmute and transform, but we'll call it an energy block. Okay, there is something hidden from their view about this gift that makes them diminish it, right, and undervalue it, but maybe even be afraid of it. Like it got them in trouble in the past, or someone overtly said this isn't valuable, or there was some downside to the gift that had people react in a negative way in the past. And so literally the idea of using this gift, let alone spotlighting it, might bring like a little bit of queasiness in your stomach, or tightness in your throat, or you can literally sense the block, right? And that might be present for you. And if that's the case, we need to work with this. So whether you are in the first camp where it feels so subtle that it's like, it's not a big deal, I'll get to that eventually, and you don't make it important, you don't make it valid and valuable, you'll never make it visible if you're diminishing it in that way. Or if you're in this camp where there's some kind of, whether you want to think of it as trauma, stored trauma from the past, stored energy, a belief system that you're holding to. And I point to my body because I know where you hold it in your body, where that belief system lives, and all of the impacts it has for you. If you're in that camp, either camp, you need some support to be able to spotlight your magic. Because I'm telling you, when you work in your magic, it's like the easiest thing ever. When I redesigned my business model, there's a way in which everything got simplified around me trusting and knowing my magic. And this is possible for you. It happened for Kristen. I could give you lots of examples of this. But this is for you if you can see and own the way Source wants to work through you to bring transformation to the world, and you can really honor it, and you can remove any old blocks, old agreements around hiding that or diminishing it. Or if you can actually have that patience to do that nuanced work to bring it forward, even if it seems small, it's going to make a world of difference. And that's why I designed a program exactly for you if you're in one of these two camps. You know there's a magic you want to bring forward. You know that if you could let go of some of the aspects of your business and just focus on your best gifting, it would make your life easier. You could charge more. You could work less. Have raving clients who actually get what you do, as opposed to buying something else and then they're kind of surprised when you sneak it in the back door. Like, everything could change. I've created a container of support for you to move through your own transformation to becoming more sourced and using your magic in your business and making it valid, valued, and visible in the way you work. And this program is called Sourced and Seen. sourced and seen. So it's becoming really tuned into source and being visible in that way that you lead, like not dumbing it down, not hiding it, not invalidating it, but actually leading with it and spotlighting it in your marketing and in your business model. So in this 6-week program, we will move through your own transformation about how you relate to your spiritual gifting, to what I call your sourced magic. And we do this in a 6-week container where we talk through the results. We pre-declare the results you'll create in the program. We remember who you came here to be, like at a deep level, who you really came here to be with all of these gifts and all of the experiences you've had in your life until now. We recognize the agreements you have, whether it's with people in your life, maybe it's ancestral agreements, energetic agreements to follow the rules, things like that. We look at that and we shine a light on it. We move into releasing this perception of control that you have by continuing to do it in the old way. And we open up to receive the truth from source, the truth about who you're here to be and the truth about who you thought you were. And it's a really powerful process. We do a visualization experience where source will literally bring this forward for you. And then lastly, we create your new sourced energy and look at how you will rise in your business in this new energy. It's a really cool process, and then we'll declare and celebrate this new energy and this commitment you have going forward to actually spotlight your magic in the way you work. It's a beautiful container. It includes one-on-one coaching during the program and group coaching. We have a distinct group where we'll do sharing. Myself and my lead coach, Julie, are leading this together. And together, she and I are also going to be moving through the program with our own transformation. So we'll be sharing what's coming up. So we're creating this extremely powerful and intentional container to help you become sourced and to help you become seen as a leader in your magic. So I'm super, super excited about it. You can find it at sourcedexperience.com/SS, which stands for Sourced and Seen. The investment for this program is $597, and it's an amazing value for all of the pieces that you get that are so carefully curated around my magic and Julie's magic to help you see and receive what's present for you at this time. I'm so excited that you're in this video sequence with me. I am like lit up and on fire about a world of human beings who live from source energy, who trust their inner knowing, who trust their inner gifting, and birth what's theirs to birth. Like if we all do that, if we all bring our magic and stay in our lane, there is enough for everyone. There is abundance, and it does make a difference. So thank you. I hope you'll join me for this journey and have an amazing day. Mwah.